That left hook is vicious. The quickness in that left hook is spectacular. The right hand is no joke either.
See a beautiful jab. You're going to see beautiful shot selection. You're going to see so much control in the ring. You're going to see so much fluidity in the ring and so much control. You're going to see how beautiful the boxing is. I'm going to box my ass off and look so beautiful in that ring. You're going to be like, man, this Ryan is really on point.
Teddy Atlas marked the fight against Shakur Stevenson as the best move for Ryan Garcia. In his opinion, his bout with Mario Barrios clearly showed how focused he currently is and how much he has improved to achieve his goals. Facing Shakur, Atlas believes would further test Garcia's focus and dedication to becoming great.
I'm that guy that you thought I was. That's what I would want for the fighter to want, because that's how you become great. To have that inner drive, that inner flame that says, no, I know I can make money here and I'm still going to make money, but I want the fight that's going to bring out the best of me, that's going to show people that I believe in myself and that I'm great. And to me, that would be the fight for all those reasons. That would be the fight.
Regis Prograis, having shared the ring with Shakur Stevenson, described him as an elite-level boxer. He stressed that how talented he looks from outside the ring, he is much more than that once you get inside the ring with him. Ryan's performance against Barrios was also given some props by him, but his final pick was Stevenson, arguing that he cannot go against his skills because they matter most in this sport.
I will have Shakur. It's not I mean, Barrios was there to be hit. Barrios just had his hands up. He didn't have no type of defense. You know, he didn't move his head or his legs. You know what I'm saying? He didn't move nothing. He just kept his hands up. So he was there to be hit, but Shakur is not going to be there to be hit. Shakur has good defense. You know, he can parry, he can move his head, and he can move his feet, you know. So, yeah, I think the Shakur would be too much for him at this stage right now.
Greg Hackett also completely counted out Garcia. However, he assured that the win would not be handed to him easily. In his view, Ryan would enter the ring carrying the confidence of his win and would try to repeat it. In Greg's view, what both fighters bring and are expected to do in the ring would produce an absolutely competitive and spectacular event.
I think that's a good fight if they make it happen. Ryan got speed, power. Shakur got speed, intelligence, IQ. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be a good one. I don't know if he can come up with something for Shakur, but it'll be a good one.
Furthermore, Frank Martin also supported the idea of this matchup. He explained that no doubt their collision would be worthy to watch. In his opinion, the kind of form both the fighters are in would produce an amazing contest. Nonetheless, weight class is something which was highlighted by Frank as the main issue, and he suggested that at what weight they will fight would be determined very carefully.
I feel like, man, with this, man, fight at the weight you're comfortable at. You know what I'm saying? Like, that weight shit is real. You know, you could be in there and you don't know until you in there. You know, like that you was drained or whatever, you find out then. You know, if you ain't never experienced it, you'll find out. You know what I'm saying? When you in there, your legs might be tired or whatever, you know, you find out quick. But you gotta, you know, fight at the weight he's comfortable with.
On the other hand, Keyshawn Davis thinks the fight is very unlikely to happen. He highlighted that the win has absolutely boosted Ryan's confidence, which he was missing for months. However, he noted that going down and fighting Shakur does not make sense for Garcia. He doubted that he might just be talking about this fight and would instead go for another mega bout, like the rematch with Haney.
Keith, real quick question. What you think about Ryan talking about going down to Florida and meet Shakur instead of doing the catch weight?
I think, shouts out to Ryan, but I think Ryan just talking.
You think Ryan what?
I think Ryan just talking.
Just talking.
Yeah, I think he's just talking.
Yeah,
I think he's just talking and
he's feeling good that night.
He's feeling good. He feel good at 147. So it's like, if you smart, why would you go down?
Why would you go down?
To Shakur? Like that don't really make sense.
Another crucial boxing figure, Robert Diaz, was very appreciative of Stevenson and marked him as the potential winner of this battle too. He highly hailed what he did against Teofimo, almost shocking the boxing world. He stressed that Teofimo was not an easy opponent at all. So he argues if he did beat Lopez, then how Ryan is going to create problems for him in this potential contest.
Absolutely, that kid's amazing. He's one of those generational greats. He's a thinker. He's a classic boxer. The way he dismantled and the way he beat him, how clear. I mean, that shocked everybody because got to give it to Teal. Teal's a bad boy. He's a bad boy, but you know, every every top fighter has somebody even better. So
Furthermore, another reminder to Garcia about Shaku's greatness was given by Rolly Romero. Though finding a complete boxer is impossible in this sport, he counted Shakur as the one who is having much of the abilities of a complete fighter. He predicted that he will win against Garcia too if this battle is to happen, emphasizing his superior skill set and overall boxing IQ.
Shakur is an incredible boxer. But you're an incredible boxer. You're not a puncher, you know, but you're still an incredible boxer. So not everyone gets to punch hard. Not everyone gets this. Not everyone gets superhuman reflexes. Not everyone's super agile. Not everyone gets like a granite chin. Not you know, you got to do with what you got.
Bredman Edwards was also a huge supporter of Stevenson based on how he has evolved his game throughout the years. He marked him as one of the top names currently in the boxing world. However, coming off a statement strong win, Ryan Garcia, in his view, would bring a lot of difficulties for Stevenson in the ring. Though he expected Ryan to give tougher competition than Teofimo, he ultimately favored Shakur.
He's a little bit more rangy, and he's going to be riding high, and he's probably got better single shot power than Teo. A little taller, but I'll pick Shakur to win if they fight. You know what I mean? If they fight, who knows, people? I mean, the internet can say anything, but if they do decide to fight, and they're where they're at right now, I will pick Shakur to beat.
Most importantly, Shakur Stevenson himself remarked that the clash is very much likely to happen if they agree on a mutual weight class. He clearly mentioned that Garcia is a worthy opponent who is just coming back to his old form. And he further stressed that he would beat him easily if he is to go against him next, asserting that Barrios' mistakes made him think he can beat anyone now, which he can't.
In the future, as I grow more and get more settled, maybe so, but as of right now, nah, I don't see it happening at that weight class. Now, Ryan Garcia, he said 144. If he's willing to do that, I'm willing to make the fight happen. But Ryan sounds more realistic, because he's ready to move around.
Additionally, Kermel Martin also picked Shakur as his potential winner, and his pick was based on his skills and abilities. Having the experience of sparring him, he primarily appreciated his defense, offense, timing, and shot selection. He declared that there are very rare fighters in boxing who can match Stevenson's maturity level, but in his view, Ryan also has the ability to win if he appears like he did recently in the ring.
Too much, you know, Ryan has surprised us before, you know, but I feel like I'll take Shakur in that fight for sure. Shakur got way better boxing IQ and, you know, way too good a defense for, you know, the stuff that Ryan would try to pull. You know, I feel like, you know, I'll definitely take Shakur now.
Moving forward, because winning always presents you more opportunities. Since the days Shakur Stevenson has beaten Teofimo, he has received many callouts in addition to Ryan Garcia. Raymond Muratalla has also desired a fight with Stevenson, marking that he knows how to beat him. He pointed out that he has a completely different style from Teofimo and firmly believes Shakur cannot handle him.
I think my style is a lot different than Teo's. And it's going to be one of those things, man, where it would be hard to tell you how. It's just one of those situations where we just gotta fight, and I just have to show you. You know what I mean? But as far as that, yeah, I think my style is just different. You just wouldn't it would just be like unexpected. Like you wouldn't expect like anything from it. It'll be different.
Besides these predictions, let's have a look at what Shakur has done to Teofimo, which is securing him high praise from everyone. So Stevenson displayed elite defense, sharp timing, and tactical maturity, controlling the pace against high-level opposition Teofimo Lopez and proving why he is regarded as one of boxing's most skilled technicians. In reaction to this, Andre Ward highly hailed his performance, but at the same time, he also stressed that room for improvement is always present. He underlined moments where Shakur could have been more brutal, producing even more commanding results. However, he saw a complete performance from Shakur's side and advised Teofimo to really take care of his talent if he wants to progress in this sport.
There's always room for improvement. You know, I think he had a lot of stuff he could have did, but he's so talented and gifted, man, you know. You also got to trust what he's seeing in there. You know, we on the outside, you know. But I think he put on a tremendous performance. And obviously, you know, the level he's at, you always look for things he could do better, you know.
What did you see from the outside that he might be
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, like I think it was a lot of body work and stuff like that he could have touched on, but again, he's in there, you know, so he's seeing stuff, he's feeling the punches. We not. So you got to trust what he's seeing.
On the other hand, Paulie Malignaggi marked Teofimo as completely clueless against Shakur. He emphasized that every move Shakur pulled in the ring put Teofimo into an awful situation. In his opinion, he was never clear in his mind how to attack or respond to Shakur's shots. He mentioned moments where Shakur, using his intelligence, avoided Teofimo's hard blows, making him even more frustrated.
Like I said, sometimes it's off the high guard, sometimes it's off the low right hand guard, sort of like a shoulder roll, you know. There were moments in the fight where he was actually walking tail down, especially late in the fight. He started walking tail down more and more and more, just bossing the fight. And Teo tried. Teo was turning southpaw at times. He was, you know, trying to use that athleticism by, you know, trying to make all these little jukes and jives and then try to punch off them. You know, a couple of times I saw he just missed with a couple of counter right hands and a couple of tries. And maybe if those would have been shots that landed clean, which is almost impossible to land on Shakur clean, but sometimes he just missed it. But that's how good Shakur is, but he keeps just making you miss it.
Furthermore, Lennox Lewis stated that in his mind, the initial rounds were clearly showing who was going to win. He appreciated Shakur Stevenson's dominance right from the start to the end. In his opinion, it was an elite level performance from Stevenson, showcasing how good he is. He concluded that Teofimo was never allowed to come back, making him lose every round.
Shakur moved so well. He won every round. And he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, you know, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the fourth round.
After the fourth round?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in contrast to Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia has bounced back with a statement win over Mario Barrios that restored his confidence and showcased his explosive speed and power. Joe Goosen, Ryan's former trainer, appreciated his masterful performance. He expressed that what he did was always expected by him. He explained Ryan looked like an unstoppable force that night, displaying mastery in every department: defense, attacking, movement, and speed, proving why he is still one of boxing's most dangerous and complete fighters, even though his opponent also gave it his all to win.
Ryan obviously outscored us. You know, he's tricky. He's great on his feet. He'll tie you up on the inside because that's not his favorite place to be. And then he'll move around and walk you into some shots, and if you stall out on him, he'll come and get you. You know, he's smart. He's smart, and he's fast, and he's fleet of foot. So he's got a lot going for him. He's champ of the world tonight. Look.
Bernard Hopkins was very happy for Ryan Garcia on his comeback to what he is known for. In addition to congratulating him on his victory, he emphasized that this performance will have a significant impact, giving Ryan confidence that he can outbox anybody he faces next. He came to the conclusion that Barrios was totally controlled by the typical Garcia and was unable to recover.
Right? First championship belt.
Correct.
So I think he did well for the first time based on the circumstances
now
of being out for a while, you know.
Right,
a little rusty. I seen a little bit of rust, but once he got going with the flow of it, you know, he'll settle down a little bit, and you know, him and his dad know what to do going forward.
Moreover, Ryan Garcia also received huge applause from Wade Plemons. He stressed that Barrios was never an easy task. The way Ryan made it look easy was absolutely phenomenal in Wade's view. According to him, throughout the bout, Ryan stayed focused, and it was the result of his carefully used toolbox, which he had been missing for months.
Like, Barrios has been stopped, right? He's been beaten, but there was no pillar-to-post beating that I've ever seen anyone put on Mario Barrios like Ryan Garcia did tonight. And again, the variety in the shots, upstairs, downstairs, the lead hook, he would frame with the jab, which is something I love when fighters do. He would 1-2-1 and frame with that lead hand, and then when Barrios got past the lead hand, bang, left hook, pivot out, right hand, it was like he had an answer for everything Barrios did. And no, there wasn't a lot of adjustment from Barrios. He didn't look in any way, shape, or form ready for the onslaught that Ryan was bringing him.
However, David Benavidez's major point after Garcia's win was his next moves. He said that this win is like resuming his boxing career. He revealed that he will get the most and best opportunities now, in which he would need to be even more commanding. Overall, like everyone else, he also marked it great for Ryan and the sport, with him back in his king mode.
It was a good performance, man. He looked good. He looked good. He had good jab, good movement, good body shots, and bro, his speed is crazy. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's a lot of good fights from him at 147. You know, this is a good bounce back from him because this is coming back from his first loss. I mean, from his loss with Rolly, and now he's a world champion again. So, you know, not only did he gain his confidence back, he gained his mojo back, and now he's going to be a force to be reckoned with at 147.
Do you think Devin Haney rematch seems to be the obvious thing?
I think that's the only thing that's appropriate. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I want to see. You know what I mean? Also, you know, still got Rolly out there too. It'd be good fights. We got some good fights for Ryan. You know what I mean? So,
overall, these performances from both will heavily influence their upcoming matchup as skill and composure clash with momentum and knockout ability. Considering all these things, this fight has generated a lot of curiosity from the boxing community. Their motivation for wanting this fight is primarily based on their current form. As talks continue, predictions regarding this fight have begun to be made. Some believe Shakur Stevenson will win because of his style, while others believe Ryan Garcia will win because of his committed and focused approach. True fans anticipate a fiercely tough contest between the two teams. Now, in the end, what do you think also matters? Tell us if you agree with this battle or if you have different names for both of them. Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. Along with this, also don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel because your support is truly appreciated by us. Overall, thanks for watching and stay tuned to this channel for further updates.